Remains of a Nebraska soldier killed in World War II returned home for burial today, 82 years after his death. It was late 1941 when Erwin Schopp was serving in the Philippines when Japanese forces invaded the island in December of that year. Schopp, who was 27, was among those reported captured when U.S. forces surrendered to the Japanese. According to the records, he died on January 1st, 1943, and was buried with other prisoners in a common grave. Earlier this year, Schopp's remains were identified and plans were made to return them to his hometown of Plymouth, Nebraska. Chris Klinger is helping to plan the funeral, which Schopp's family was unable to do 82 years ago.
This is something that, as a funeral director, you don't get to experience often, and I've been lucky to experience this and serve families twice now. This also in 2018, I was able to do this with the Richard Lane family from Philly, Nebraska. So again, this is just a deep honor to be able to do this for these families.
A little hard to hear, but he said it was an honor to be helping the family. Funeral services will be held Friday morning at Plymouth Community Center.
Federal Reserve Chair Jerome